Are you new to the quarterback position? Or maybe you just want to build your knowledge? In this video series, QB101, we're going to be covering all the basics that you need to know. We'll be breaking down a whole bunch of different topics to not only help you succeed in the quarterback position, but to make sure you have fun doing it. Sometimes quarterbacks can freak out when the defense starts going into man coverage because they're really forcing us to be accurate with the ball. So when we see man coverage, what we're looking for is the defense, all right, especially the corners, playing right up close on their receiver. And you'll see the same from the linebackers, all right? And if we really want to confirm that it is man coverage, what we can do is put a receiver in motion. And sometimes we can use a motion where they motion in and then motion straight back out and then go into the play, all right? Some people call this a yo-yo or a waggle, all right? Doesn't really matter. So we can use this motion to see that they're in man. A lot of the time in 9-on-9 football, if they're going to play man, they'll play man for multiple plays, all right? You'll see it again and again and again, all right? This is how we're going to beat the man coverage. Now, they're being aggressive as a defense, playing man, so it's a good opportunity for us to play aggressive back. If you're too passive when they're playing man, all right, they're going to win. So the most common one I like to go to is 4 verts. So we've got outside release fade, we've got a seam from the slots, and outside release fade. And you can see straight away we're breaking the field into 4 quarters, all right? And hopefully one of these 4 are going to beat their defender, all right? Hopefully you've got a fast player that's going to beat their defender and we can take that shot. So how do we read this play? First thing, anytime we start a play, we go pre-snap, all right? We can see these corners are pressed up, they're really close. And we can see the linebackers, all right, they're pressed up, they're really close, right? So this is a good indication that it's man, all right? We might not know for sure, all right, but it's a good indication. So we take the snap. First thing we do, eyes to the safety, all right? What's the safety doing? Are they flying down? They're looking left or right? Usually they're going to be looking at the quarterback side. So it's great to look at them for the very first step. Then you want to take your eyes to one side, all right? Ideally, you would see the whole field, but at this level, we're going to pick a side. Let's say this is your best receiver over here, all right? We're going to look over this side. Now, I still want you to look inside to out. So the first one we want to look at is this seam route right here, all right? Because if this defender does anything like flattens out here or comes in to blitz, we can throw that ball right here straight away, no hesitation, all right? Catch the ball, plant, look, throw the ball, deliver it, all right? Even throwing this 6 or 7 yards, they're going to have room to run, you know, for 15, 20 yards, okay? Now, if they're covered, on the other hand, all right, so eyes here, if they're covered, we take our eyes to the outside release fade, all right, and hopefully they win. So it's 1 to 2. This is your first read, this is your number 2. Now, if that's no good, I want you to be quick to get your eyes back over here. You can see someone wide open, you can come over this side, all right? Ideally, if you want to throw that in time, it's 1 to 2, all right? Pick your best matchup. That might be your fast receiver, or that might also be a slow defender. So if you know this defender is really slow, all right, then this is the side you want to look at, and hopefully you can take that shot, all right? It's still important that we look at this safety, all right? Because if you look over here straight away, all right, that's going to create that defender over this way. And let's say they're covered, and then you take this shot, well, then that safety is going to fly over and have a chance. But if we look at them for at least a quarter of a second, it freezes the safety. They don't know whether you're going left or right, all right? Then you look, then you throw, all right? So that is our 4 verts concept. Run this concept out of trips. Just depends. Same rules apply. Now, how I describe this to my receivers. We still want to split the field into 4 quarters. So I like this one. Remember we talked about the hash marks. Get across and up. There. All right, so it's still, once we're here, it's split into 4 quarters, and this really forces this safety to do something. All right, again, you can take this matchup if you like it, but if we had trips, take the snap, eyes to the safety. Where's the safety going? Is the safety staying still? Probably one of these two are going to be a better option. If the safety's creeping over, there's a good chance that throwing the ball here is going to have success. The post and the corner. Post and corner. Okay? Again, same thing. We take our pre-snap read. We have a look at who's who. All right, everyone's pressed up. Everyone's being aggressive. Safety in the middle of the field. All right? So we have the scissor concept called. All right? Take the snap. First thing, eyes to the safety. For that very first step, eyes to the safety. Because if they're flying across here, then it's a good time to try and throw over here. All right? If they're staying still, we can go either way. All right? So let's say pre-snap, you looked over here. You thought this looked better. Maybe you got a few taller receivers and a few shorter defenders. We're looking over here. All right, take the snap, eyes to the safety. Hold the safety for a second, drop back into our 3-step drop. How we're looking at this. You want to look at the whole concept, and you want to look at where these routes cross. Because at the moment they cross, that's when defenders get all mixed up, all right? They might, what we call, pass them off. So they might swap who they're covering, or they might cross over and bump into each other. There's usually a lot of congestion going on, but the moment your receivers pass through that congestion, it's going to become very obvious who is about to get open. So there's a whole kerfuffle of, defenders in here, receivers in here, and let's say this defender flies out, and they've got, 2 meters before the defender behind them. Then let's throw it straight away. All right, if they're covered, we can throw the corner out here. So your eyes go to where those routes cross, and who comes out of the mayhem, that's who you're going to throw to. All right, really easy to read the scissor, but you do need to watch out for the safety. All right, if you look straight over here, this safety is going to come flying out. All right, and then we might throw the post, and this safety's got a chance to make a play on the ball. All right, so it's important, eyes to the safety when we are going for those deep shots. The cross concept. All right, so this is a concept you would have seen in our quick game. All right, great man beater. 3-step slant. Now, different offenses run this different. Some people run a arrow route. Some run like a speed out, where you kind of get a bit of depth. It doesn't matter. These are both man beaters. The reason why is because they are crossing over. All right. This one, not as important to look at the safety. All right. It happens a little bit faster, so we can be a little bit quicker with it. We take our pre-snap read. All right. Everyone's in man press. All right. We go to cross. Take the snap. Pick a side that you look at. Whichever side you think has the better matchup. Maybe you got some faster people over here. All right, let's look over this side. Take the snap, eyes over there straight away, because these are going to converge very fast. Again, eyes to where they're converging, and whoever comes out of the mayhem, that's who we're throwing the ball to. So these are our 3 man beaters. All right, so if a defense is playing man, we want to be aggressive back. All right, we want to take that deep shot, or we want route concepts where they cross over. So our cross, our scissor. There are a couple of other concepts like mesh where there's a crossover. There's also on wheel, right? When we run the post, it is very similar. It is a post wheel concept. That's another great one against man. It's a deep shot and they're crossing over.